Hey guys, it's me Courtney and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to do like an update of my haul videos that I did. In my haul videos, I sort of explained some of the products that I already used and how I felt about those. So those won't be included in this video. And if I planned on doing like a review or something like that with any of the other products that you guys saw in my hauls, those won't be in this video as well. But these are the products that I wanted to go ahead and let you guys really know how I felt about them now that I've been trying them out for a little bit. So let's get into the video. All right, to start everything off, I wanted to talk about Saturday Skin. I had originally got a like little trial set of the Saturday Skin product. I think it was called like the No Bad Days set or something like that. Let me just start off with the main product that I wanted in that, which was the Wide Awake brightening eye cream. Basically, I suffer from like deep set eyes as well as like a little bit of darkness around my under eye. So I was looking for something that's very moisturizing. Maybe that can help out with the wrinkles and the dryness a little bit, which this is a moisturizing eye cream and I do like that about it. However, aside from that, it really doesn't do anything. And I guess that wouldn't be a bad thing, because a lot of the times what ends up happening with my under eye is when I try to put on a cream or something like that, it actually ends up making my under eyes worse. They'll make them drier, more wrinkly, or it'll affect my actual makeup, so I can't wear it with my makeup. So I tend to really just stay away from eye creams in general. And this one does moisturize, so this is not a bad one if you strictly want something that moisturizes your under eye. However, I wouldn't recommend wearing this under your makeup. I actually have another one, another eye product that I'm going to show you guys that I like for under my makeup, but this just isn't it. The next thing that I got in the set was the Featherweight Daily Moisturizer. Originally, I didn't mind how heavy this was because I felt like with my dry skin, having a thick cream is like a good thing. But what I noticed is this makes me super oily and makes my face sticky, and I just really don't like that about it. So when I would try to wear it as a night cream, because usually like the cream has time to absorb into your skin if I wear like a thicker cream at night, but this just sat on top of my skin and it really didn't do anything but make me feel sticky. And I definitely would not recommend this under makeup under any circumstance at all. Anytime I tried to wear this with makeup, it would be like one of the worst makeup days. Like it would have my makeup sort of slipping off. Doesn't matter what I primed with and everything else. It just not a good moisturizer for me. It also came with the Daily Dew Hydrating Essence Mist. This isn't a bad product, but it's just like unnecessary. There weren't any positive effects to my skin. There wasn't any negative effects. This was just a very blah thing to have. Like I have so many setting sprays that if I put it on top of my makeup, it looks amazing, or it makes my makeup last longer, or you know what I mean, like, or if I put a spray on top of just my natural skin, it'll all have like a dewy like look to it. But usually those sprays have some sort of really good ingredients for your actual skin. This is just, to me, a spraying water on your face, essentially. The one thing that I did like in the entire set was the refining pill gel. If I can find a picture, I'll leave it somewhere. It was basically like an exfoliator with like these little tiny micro beads in it, and so you would put it on your face and sort of massage it in to sort of exfoliate everything. And when I would rinse my face off, my skin felt so soft and luscious. It was like a light exfoliator. I don't really like exfoliators that much, especially with my skin type. They don't really work for me, mostly because they end up breaking me out. The refining pill gel, I believe, is like $28 for the big one, so I am gonna go ahead and get that because I really did like the way that made my skin look and feel. So I got the Soy Face Cleanser and the Deep Hydration Toner, the rose one, from Fresh. These are just awesome. On days that I really don't need a huge deep clean, this is a really good soft and gentle face wash. It doesn't really lather like a regular face wash, so it doesn't dry your skin out. And it's just a really gentle and nice. So if your skin is ever like irritated or something like this and you want something just light, then I would try the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. As far as the toner, like, it moisturizes, it does everything that I wanted it to do, which is soften, moisturize, and clean at the same time. And as you can see, like, it doesn't look like I use much, but a little bit does go a long way. And this one, to me, is like a really nice bang for your buck. This is the Josie Marin Argan Cleansing Oil. In my haul video that I talked about this in, I was kind of excited to use it. I had been using it for a little bit, and I wasn't crazy about like the consistency, but I was still willing to give it a chance. Even though it didn't really remove like my eye makeup like I wanted it to, I was still willing to give this a chance. And I know it looks like I used all of this, but I actually use this as like a cleaner for something else, because I had to stop using this on my face. I don't think I've had a breakout, like a true breakout from makeup products and skincare for at least a year until this one. The funny thing is, I know it was this because I stopped using like all new stuff and went back to my regular skincare. When my skin started clearing up, I tried to use this again by itself, and this was the thing that broke me out again. There's a few things that I don't like about it. So one, it broke me out, especially around this area right here. It was just a little bit too heavy for my skin. The second thing that I don't like about it is it's very, very thick. It doesn't look like it'll be thick, but once you pump it in your hand and try to rub it on your face, it's just so, it's like almost like it's hard to push, hard to move. And even in using water, it just doesn't feel like it cleans anything, not really. Because even when I go in with like my toner or my face wash or whatever, I'm still taking off a ton of makeup. So there's no reason for me to have this product if it's not getting my makeup off in the first place. Which is crazy to me because oil cleansers get my makeup off the best. Oils break down makeup. This one doesn't, and I don't understand it. On a positive note though, I did start using the Lancome one. I think it's called like Double Action Eye Makeup or something remover. It's like in that blue bottle. That one gets all of my eye makeup off, and then it also, like, if I just go ahead and use it all around my face, it'll get all of my makeup off, and I just really, really love that one. So this was a Kona eye stick from First Aid Beauty. And the funny thing is, like, I didn't think that I was going to want to repurchase this. But the more that I used it, the more that I liked it, the more that I see a difference when I use this and when I don't. This one does a really good job at sort of blurring and almost like priming your eyelids for like concealer and stuff like that. Like, it smooths it out really well. I'm not gonna say that it's like super moisturizing like that. What is it? The one from Saturday Skin is way more moisturizing than this one. However, it does give you like a slight, very, very, very tiny bit of moisture, if that makes sense. But I use it more so as like a smoothing, blurring sort of priming situation under my eye. All right, so I did get a few things from Laura Mercier. I got the foundation, the powder, and like that glow powder that I was telling you guys about. I was going to do a review of this foundation. However, I just felt like because she was coming out with a newer foundation, I just wanted to sort of put this one head to head with that. So basically I'm going to do a review where I do one side with this foundation and then one side with the new, I think it's called the Lumiere foundation. So stay tuned for that video. But to give you a general idea of how I feel about this foundation, I actually really, 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 really love this foundation. It's a lightweight. It does give a very nice coverage, and it almost feels like a gel. Is gel the right word? Almost like a gel-like texture, which is pretty awesome. And it blurs your skin so beautifully. And then it also, as the day progresses, your makeup, you know how your makeup will sort of like sink in a little bit more? It sinks in the most gorgeous way possible. So this is like one of, I think, my favorite foundations that I've tried recently. Now, the one that I'm wearing today is the new Lumiere foundation, and like I said, I'm going to do a video about it and we'll talk about the pros and cons of both of them, but I do really like the Flawless Fusion. The next thing that I got was the translucent medium deep press setting powder. It doesn't really blur anything. It does mattify for a little bit, but it's like a soft matteness that doesn't last very long. So on the days that I kind of have like a foundation that's really sticky, this one isn't the best product to use for that, because it only takes away the stickiness for a little bit, and then I start feeling like I have to keep reapplying, which I'm just not a fan of, like reapplying, touching up, all that kind of stuff during the day. So like this powder is okay, but it's by no means anything like the original loose setting powder that literally keeps you matte. There's a ton of drugstore powders that work better than this one and that cost way less. So this to me was just very blah. I'll probably continue to use it until it's all gone, but once it's gone, I'm definitely not gonna repurchase that. I tried to use this a few different ways. I tried to use it like the Charlotte Tilbury, where you can kind of put it under your eyes. I tried to use this as just like a highlighting powder. I tried using it as a face powder. It has a beautiful undertone that I really wish that companies, when they make these powders, I wish that they would do like maybe a light, medium, deep, and deep dark honestly is what they need. But I just wish they would have a better range. Translucent doesn't necessarily not work, but it does leave a slight cast on my skin that I'm not crazy about. And then the deep shade is too deep for my complexion. So this is just one of those things that I think it could work, could be very beautiful, but because of the shade range, they only have this one and the deep one. I can't really use this product that well. So if they do come out with that medium shade, then I'll definitely repurchase and let you know how it really works. For the last item that I wanted to talk about, this is the Charlotte Tilbury powder that I talked about. It's like called the magic powder. I used it today as sort of an under eye type situation, but I do have to use this in conjunction with another powder. It ends up brightening as well as leaving like this really beautiful sheen luminosity to the skin. So I will say, although I really do like this powder, I'm not always crazy about putting two powders on. It's just sometimes dry on top of dry on top of dry just does not look good, especially under the eyes, which is why I try to move it a little bit further out instead of putting it like right in that crevicey part right there. And it's too luminous to go under my eye by itself, which I have tried. It's not a bad powder for under the eyes, it's just not a good look for me personally under the eyes. For somebody who maybe has like really smooth under eye skin, this under the eye would be like amazing. But just for me, with like all the crevices and stuff, this by itself just won't work. And it also smells bad, which I think I mentioned that in the other video. This does smell really bad, so I do use this like few and far between. I'm gonna try to continue the trend of like doing my hauls, doing a few hauls, and then giving you guys an update once I get a really good idea about the products. Hopefully, I'm gonna cross my fingers. I know I'm flaky. I can be a little flaky sometimes, but yeah, I'm gonna try to continue that trend. But yeah, that about does it for me. So hopefully this video was helpful. If so, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the video if the mood suits you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.